What's going on YouTube? This your boy Perfect Cell, and like I said last video, I will be back with a part 3 playlist video. And last playlist, it had a great balance of mainstream and underground talent, as you had Drake's and T-Pain's first albums, or one of their first albums for real. And then you have the unseen talents of 3 6 Mafia and Lil B the Bass God, as most of this playlist was pretty mellow. But anyways, I'm dying to see what we got for this playlist right here. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's get in to see what's next on this playlist. Wow, now we starting this playlist a little pumped up. This song is by the LBC native and one of the most underrated rappers from the West Coast, called Vince Staples. And just in case if y'all don't know, Vince Staples is the modern day Snoop Dogg. Well, also the modern day Corrupt too, in my opinion, as he has a big sense of humor, and he makes a whole bunch of bangers in his track. And this song right here has a hype feel to it, as well as a Black Pride feel to it. And y'all can say what you want, but 20 years from now, I can see this song being played at a local barbecue. Yes, it is that good. Oh yeah, and another thing too, this also was on the playlist for the Black Panther movie. I never knew that until I made this script for this video. Not to mention, it has my favorite phrase, well, one of my favorite phrases, called "bag back." Yeah, I like using that phrase "bag back" when people be getting in my face. I be like, bag back, boo. But anyways, yeah. So the next song is coming up right now. See what we got next. Oh snap! Here we have one of my favorite songs by the legendary EazyE. And this classic track is called 8 Ball. Yo, this is one of them jams that you play at the house party and what have you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people talk about Boys in the Hood and real Compton City G's, but to be honest with you, no one don't really talk about this song at all, really. And this is one of my faves for real, because it talks about one of my favorite beverages. So just in case if y'all don't know, 8 Ball is slang for Old English 800, the classic malt liquor back in the 80s and 90s that people used to drink by the 40. Shoot, it won't be long, and it won't be long until people start drinking those by the 80s. But anywho, on this track, EazyE talks about drinking 8 Ball and how he acts wild and loose from this beverage, from fighting and just doing a whole bunch of chaos. And he also jammed to his favorite tracks to the 8 Ball as well, and just having a good time doing so. But my favorite part is when EazyE was like, riding on Slauson looking for Crenshaw, turn down the sound, the dish the law, stopped at a light, and when you know, a Cadillac almost wrecked the 6-4. And kids, just so y'all know, that was the clean version. If you want to listen to the dirty version, which I don't want y'all to listen to, by the way, you're gonna have to look it up on YouTube. Alright, so what's next on this playlist? Okay, now I know by now y'all should know what this song is. And if you don't, you must not have an Instagram, or must not have ever known what Vine was. Better yet, you must not even looked at YouTube a day in your life, which is sad, because if y'all looking at my YouTube video, then I don't know what to tell you if y'all haven't seen YouTube before, if you don't know what this song is, for that matter. Because this song right here was one of the many songs played with the little thug life meme or what have you. And when I heard this for the first time, I was like, who is this? Shoot, boy acting reckless. But anyways, I love Deshae Curtis' work, man. His projects are some of the most phenomenal music I've ever seen. I mean, his voice is so full of energy. His beat seems very uncommon, but it slaps harder than the cards at a spades table. And not to mention, I love the Unlock album that he did with Kenny Beats. Y'all gotta check that out, man, because I'm telling you, you don't know what you're missing if you pass this up. Like, this album is out of this world. Now, this song is on the EP Planet Shrooms album, or mixtape, I think. And I just love how Gritty and Raw Curry lets his energy out on display on this track. And in my opinion, he has never put out a bad track at all. But anyway, so far this playlist is actually getting kind of hype. Let's see what we got next. Okay, now that's what's up. Now we about to get into the vibe of this playlist. We about to tone it down a little bit with this smooth track called Kennedy by King Lil G. And just in case if y'all don't know who King Lil G is, he is a very underrated rapper who's on an independent label actually. And basically he often raps about how life used to be, how simple life used to be, even though it was kind of like hard where he came up in, it was still simple at the same time. And on this track, he talks about situations like gentrification, deportation. I think that's how you pronounce deportation, I don't know. Racial barriers, and just a whole bunch of other stuff just ruled the day in the hood that he grew up in. And I must tell you, King Lil G couldn't have picked a better production for this track. Like, this saxophone is just soothing and it makes you ease into the song a little deeper to get the meaning and the message as it injects into your head. And to be honest, G's music, in my opinion, it does this to me all the time as it like makes me ease into what he's saying. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go with another conscious song on this playlist. And it's by none other than the late great 4. And if y'all don't know who he is, y'all about to know who he is. Because this boy is on the freaking rise right now. But just in case if y'all don't know who he is, 4 in my opinion, he's like the modern day Common. As he's very humble, he's very docile, and he has a complex rhyme scheme. Now this track right here is actually called something that I cannot say on YouTube because of the guidelines, but if you want to know the title of this track, like I said, the playlist gonna be down in the channel, so check it out. But anyways, not only did I like 4's rhyming scheme, I also like the producers that he have with him. But 4's basically in this song, he's talking about how he is independent and he's willing to cut off anybody who's trying to push him back, and he will make it to the top whether he's by himself or have somebody with him leading him the way. He's basically saying that, hey, I'ma make it, ain't nobody gonna stop me, and I don't need no help. And he keeps his circle small because he thinks that a bigger circle is increasing the odds of being betrayed. And not to mention his producer at Scoopy, I think that's how you pronounce his name, comes in with a dope verse as well. And just like that, we're ending this with another laid back track and a baby maker nonetheless. But anyways, I don't know why, but this track right here, it gives off a really great vibe. It reminds me of vacations, being on the beach, and all around just having a good time and enjoying life. And this track that you have by Sean Paul in it, it sort of has an island feel in it. And not to mention that girl Sasha, man, her voice is so soothing. It's like the missing piece to the puzzle that make this track oh so complete. Her voice is just serene, and it feels like it's caressing you, and it almost feels like it's seducing you almost. This track right here is about Sean Paul having feelings for a woman, but he has to stick to his guns, and he has to live by his own code that commitment is not what he wants. And he tells this woman but he doesn't want her to forget all the good times that they had together, as he enjoyed his time with her, as she does the same. But yeah, man, I don't know about y'all, but this playlist seemed kind of nice though. A whole lot of West Coast talent in there. And not to mention, we're ending it off with a vibing song. That's what I'm talking about. But anyways, not to mention, this playlist, in my opinion, probably one of the most well-balanced playlists I had on this channel. And you know what else? I can't wait till I make another playlist. But anyways, this is gonna have to be the end of this video. Let me know what you think about this playlist. This is your boy Perfect Cell, and I'm Ghost.